Saul was a son of 1 year, that is, as innocent and clean of sin as a child of 1 year, when he began it, and he reigned with Israel 22 years. And Saul chose to him 3,000 men of Israel, and 2,000 of them were with Saul in Michmash, in the hill of Bethel, and 1,000 were with his son Jonathan in Gibeah of Benjamin. Suddenly he sent again the t'other people, each man into his tabernacle. Jonathan smote the station that is Forslet, either stronghold of Philistines that was in Geba. And when Philistines had heard this, Saul sounded with a clarion in all land, and said, Hebrews, hear. And all Israel heard such a fame, that Saul smote the station of Philistines, and Israel raised up himself against the Philistines. Then the people cried after Saul in Gilgal, and the Philistines were gathered together to fight against Israel, 30,000 of chariots and 6,000 of knights, and the t'other common people, as gravel which is full much in the brink of the sea. And they went up and setted tents in Michmash, at the east coast of Bethaven. And when men of Israel had seen, they were set in straitness, for the people was tormented. They hid themselves in dens and in privy places, and in stones, and in ditches, and in cisterns. And the men of Hebrews passed over Jordan into the land of Gad and of Gilead. And when Saul was yet in Gilgal, all the people was afeared that pursued him. And 7 days he abode Samuel by covenant, and Samuel came not into Gilgal, and the people went away from Saul. Therefore Saul said, Bring ye me to burnt sacrifice and peaceable offerings. And he offered burnt sacrifice. And when he had ended offering the burnt sacrifice, lo, Samuel came, and Saul went out against him to greet him. And Samuel said to Saul, What hast thou done? Saul answered, Lo, for I saw the people went away from me, and thou camest not by the days of covenant, and the Philistines were gathered together into Michmash. I said, Now Philistines shall come down to me in Gilgal, and I have not pleased the face of the Lord. I was compelled by need, and I offered burnt sacrifice to the Lord. And Samuel said to Saul, Thou hast done foully, and thou hast not kept the behest of thy Lord God, which he commanded to thee. And if thou hadst not done this thing, right now the Lord had made ready thy realm upon Israel without end. But thy realm shall not rise further. The Lord hath sought a man to himself after his heart, and the Lord hath commanded to him that he should be duke on his people. For thou keptest not those things which the Lord commanded. And Samuel rose and went up from Gilgal into Gibeah of Benjamin. And the people that were left went up after Saul against the people that fought against them. And they came from Gilgal into Gibeah in the hill of Benjamin. And Saul numbered the people that were found with him as 600 men. And Saul and Jonathan his son, and the people that was found with them, was in Gibeah of Benjamin. And the Philistines sat together in Michmash. And 3 companies went out of the Philistines' tent to take prey. 1 company went against the way of Ophrah to the land of Shual, and another company entered by the way of Beth Horon, and the 3rd company turned itself to the way of the Term in the land of Deba, and that Term nigheth to the valley of Zeboim, against the desert. And none ironsmith was found in all the land of Israel, for the Philistines were wary, either eschewed, lest peradventure the Hebrews made sword either spear. Therefore all Israel went down to the Philistines, that each man should sharpen his share, and his pickaxe, and his axe, and his cutting hook. For all the edges of their shares were blunt, and their pickaxes, and of their 3-toothed forks, and of 8 axes, unto a prick to be amended. And when the day of battle came, no sword nor spear was found in the hand of all people that was with Saul and Jonathan, except Saul and Jonathan his son. Forsooth, the station of Philistines went out, that it should pass into Michmash.